It was Obama that looked the worst.
Oh, yes, you're right. He did.
Really
He looked like this is game over.
It looked like he was having a death sentence, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
the only person who's going to get away lighter with it will be Bush, because as Charlie knows, Bush has had a private discussion with Trump some time ago now. And if anyone gets away lighter, it will be Bush.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had a discussion. Yeah, 100%. Trump's a businessman, and as long as he rids the world of these evil people, he won't get away with it, but he'll get away lighter than the rest of it.
Yes, it won't be, the harshest penalty.
No, it won't be the death penalty. It'll be life in prison.
Yeah, I understand that he's provided some very helpful stuff to Trump, and that's saved his life.
Yeah,
but the father did initially, right? He got to the father first, right? Bush Senior, and then then what happened at the funeral, right? When everyone received those envelopes, wasn't that something along the lines that they say, conspiracy says, we know he knows everything, something along those lines, that was in the envelopes. Am I right in saying that, or?
Well, I think we're still waiting to find out from somebody else what was in there. But yes, it was published that Bush had written in there that they've got everything. They know everything.
Right, and then also that his code name was Timberwolf, correct? Like, George Bush Senior was Timberwolf, and then he was also, he's responsible for he took part in JFK's assassination. That's what the word is in the street.
Yeah, that's correct. And he also had 5 attempts at Reagan's life too.
There's actually a video of the whole JFK family singing "Timber" by Keisha.
Yes,
I thought that was really interesting. Why would they do
that?
It's
a Freemason, not just a Freemasonry, because I actually don't have too much of a problem with true, genuine Freemasons, but the satanic arm of it, that's the symbol they use for their programming, and that's why it's such an embedded point. But if you notice that letter handling, that Bush Jr. was the only one that didn't have a letter. Everyone else did, and that told us quite a lot.
Yeah. Oh. Well, it's going to be a fun week, isn't it?
It's going to be
that's what they said last week.
Every week is fun.
Very true.
That's true.
Yeah, no more bloody popcorn. I've had enough of that.
Why are these billionaires buying up massive pieces of land? Like Bill Gates is now one of the largest owners of farmland in America, and Gates, who is the 4th richest person on the planet, has a farmland portfolio across 18 US states. I think he's got Louisiana, which is about 70,000 acres, and then 48,000 in Arkansas, and then in Nebraska. But, and I guess who else is buying up land? I think it was Amazon's CEO. Right.
And Charlie can answer that, because there's no wealth in bits of paper.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Well, they're not making any more land.
No.
And I think Bezos has land in Texas. I think it's Amazon, right?
Yeah, but
he's out here in Van Horn. I think he has land out right down, about an hour and a half away from El Paso.
When we change to this new financial system, the quantum financial system, and we move away from the old system, then the value of what they have will not have any importance anymore.
Right. Okay. Is it also possible that, this is possibly for an engineered famine that will come if Biden was put in power? Bill Gates is the one with the euthanasia vaccine, and he's also the one running experiments to pollute the stratosphere with, he's also doing that. He's funding the sun dimming project now, right? And he's blocking photosynthesis and shutting down food crop production.
This is all being exposed, and this is what the emergency broadcast will expose the whole thing as to what they've been up to. That's what I understand is that this is the when we get to this stage, when everything is in place, there's a very, very important thing that was told to me today. We won't move on to the quantum financial system until Trump is 100% sure that the swamp is empty, because he doesn't want to finance or refinance anything evil within it. He wants to make sure that he's got everything out, and that makes perfect sense to me. And he's had to do a number of tests. For those people who've seen the video from 20, 30 years ago with him with Charlie Rose, he enjoyed going down to his lowest financial level ever to see who his friends really were, and he was surprised who they were and who stood by him and who didn't. And he's doing exactly the same right now. He's finding out who's real, who's with him, and who's not with him.
I can attest to that, because when I was boxing and I was champion of 6 belts and I was number 5 in the world, I had an entourage of 30 people. As soon as I lost and got knocked out, whoa, they vanished. Where'd they go? Gone. They're later. All right. Well, I have maybe 2 friends around me. And even, then that's at a microcosm level if you compare to Trump. I'm just saying, like,
the one thing with Trump, you can be rest assured, the team behind him totals around 8,000 in total. The team behind him. This has been incredibly well thought out and very well planned, and they're making sure that there is no mistakes.
Right.
And I can assure you that I have 100% confidence in Donald Trump and his team that they are doing everything exactly the way that they want it done to make sure there's no mistakes.
Right. It's just doing it legally.
You agree with that, Simon?
Yes, I do. I know you were on this theme, but I just wanted to quickly go.
Yeah, go on.
If you don't mind. It's just that I do want to reassure people. There are lots and lots of people who have a little bit of money in the bank, a little bit of money in PayPal, a little bit of money here. I'm in Britain, and I remember in 1971 we had a currency called pounds, shillings and pence, and it was changed to a decimal currency, and it was changed in a way that it hurt the ordinary people, but it was good for the banks. Now, Charlie, can you reassure us that when we move across this, I don't know if it's going to be a like for like basis, but ordinary people, you've got their life savings or whatever it is, what's your understanding of because you can't dispossess ordinary people of their hard-earned money.
No, everything that the accounts have already been set up on the quantum system.
Right.
So whatever funds that you've got are mirrored straight onto the quantum system, as long as you haven't made them from drugs or trafficking or paedophilia. If you've made it from illicit, then you're going to lose it. Quite simple.
Sure.
I'm
talking about ordinary people. Charlie.
Ordinary people with ordinary money, that'll go straight across onto the quantum system. And that's already gone. Everybody that's got a bank account or a savings account or whatever, it's already on this new system already. So when they take the old system down, it'll just go straight onto the new system. And he's just making sure right now that they don't finance anything or any of the instruments that are being moved across from the old SWIFT system to the quantum system are not contaminated. That's the critical thing.
Sure.
Because they need all the contaminated money to refinance the world. And there is more than enough, I can assure you, absolutely more than enough. And on my own website, we've published over 100,000 documents now to do with the Bidens, to do with the Clintons, to do with the Bushes. I'm not a lawyer, and there's enough evidence there for me to convict the lot of them and seize all their assets. So with a decent set of lawyers, and Trump will be very careful with this because he can't trust the DOJ. He'll want a decent set of lawyers to make sure that they get it right.
So would you say we have until March to do this, Charlie and Simon? And
no, well before then.
I mean, so this is all going to come. This is going to be speed real fast now.
Listen. Something could happen tonight.
Yeah,
something could happen tonight. What Charlie's saying is, on the 4th of March, it's got to be done and dusted. That's the point, because that's the moment we move forward. Between now and the 4th of March is all the clear up, which you will get the emergency broadcast system. You will get mainstream media coming down. All of that's going to happen before the 4th of March.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could happen tonight.
That makes me feel better. At least I'll be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll sleep beautifully.
Well, I've been taking NyQuil every night, Charlie. I've been doing that since boxing.
I'm married, so I'll find it ever so easy to sleep.
I don't understand that, but never mind.
You make no sense. You're looking like a fool.
Hey, keep watching.